Good morning. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Do you like my new chapeau? I wanted to get a fedora. This isn't quite a fedora, but Sister Kate and I were at a place that had them, and I thought, I can make this work. It's brand new. It doesn't have any character yet. Hey, I did a video recently where I said, "What are you going to do now, PL?" And that got a couple people chuckling. You know, it brought back some visceral memories. And what that means is, what are you going to do now, patrol leader? And it's something that the RIs, the ranger instructors, say in ranger school to the student who has been placed in charge of a patrol, and he's being graded, evaluated, and let me set this down. Ooh. And usually things aren't going right. Things are going badly. And so the RI says to the PL, "What are you going to do now, PL?" And it's really a secret kind of goad to action. It's what you're doing now is not working. You need to come up with another course of action. Something that holds true in general and not in every specific is, when in doubt, attack. When in doubt, attack. Develop the situation. That's another military thing, but Napoleon said, l'audace, something l'audace, audacity, always audacity. Move. What's the best defense? The best defense is a good offense. Again, aggressive forward action. If you see a fight coming, it's oft times, see, that leaves wiggle room for exceptions. It's oft times better to attack it. Attack that problem. You see it coming, don't let it get bigger, attack it. In the military, if a big attack is coming with large units, you'll have units, let's say these are the enemy and they're coming at you. So they're coming on multiple axes. And then a lot of times what they'll do is they'll come together here, get their stuff together, and then hit you all at once. Boom. You disrupting this, where they're all coming together, prevents you from having to fight them in an organized manner when they get closer to you, if that makes any kind of sense tactically to you at all. I've said with these riots, you know, they're bringing, like in Portland and Minneapolis and yada yada, all these people are coming. I was listening on the radio one time to Police Scanner, and they knew these buses were coming from out of state. They were tracking them. The Highway Patrol was tracking them running, and they were going to come to, they already knew what parking lot all these buses were going to converge on. Everybody was going to get out, and they were going to join the party. And all they were doing was reporting on it. It's like, why don't you pull every one of those buses over out there in the middle of the highway, far away from everything where you're in control, and deal with that? Or if you're a counter-protester, why are you waiting to meet these people at where they separate you by, you know, half a block of people? Here's them, and, you know, this is where we're going to throw our sticks and Molotov cocktails and stuff like that. Why are you doing that? Why didn't you get them when they were back here all getting off their cars and having their final meeting before they marched down the road? That's where you want to hit them. When the bad guys are coming down your street, you do not defend from your mailbox. If you're defending from your mailbox, your home is in danger. Everyone you love who's inside is in danger. Don't fight there. Concepts. When you are worried about a disruption of the food supply system, that's why you have hats like this. When you're worried about a disruption of the food supply system, you don't just stack food to the rafters. I'm stacking food. Cool. Again, going back to the military, there's a phrase, stacking magazines. And stacking magazines has to do with, you're in your foxhole, you're in your fighting position, you're getting ready for the attack to come, everyone's ready to go, and instead of wanting to fight to pull your magazines out of your ammo pouch or out of your chest pouch, you know, you got to mess with it a little bit to get it. You stack 3 or 4 magazines up right here, so I can pop, and you can change really fast, stacking magazines. Well, it's very similar to people stacking food to the rafters. You should. You should stack food to the rafters. But that's defense. This is how I'm defending against food disruption. No food coming to the grocery store. I can't buy any. I don't have my little ID card saying I've been DNA checked and vaccinated and everything else. Therefore, I'm no longer allowed at the grocery store. So I've got food stacked to the rafters. That's defense. What's offense? What's offense? Producing your own food, right? Fighting drones. There's drones overflying you. Enemy drones, Chinese drones, whatever. They're overflying you. So, okay, well, if I wear this, I can hide from infrared. And if I do this, I can hide from the drone. That's defense. What's offense? How do you win? Because hiding from the drone today, it'll be back tomorrow. It'll be back the next day. You got to defeat the drone. How do you defeat the drone? There's a lot of ways. Carver Matrix is a good start. I submit the easiest, easy is a different word. An effective way is to disrupt the operator. Start thinking about the things you're doing. Start going on offense. Start taking direct, aggressive action to change outcomes. Not to deflect what's coming. That's defense. Right? That's defense. If you just deflect, they're going to keep coming. Punches are coming at you. Boom, block, boom, block, boom, boom, block. You've got to have an offense to go with that. Metaphorically speaking. You think the world's going crazy? I do too. What are you going to do about it? I can't change the presidential election. No, you can't. You only fight the battles you have a chance of winning, right? It's dumb to go stand on a hill and yell Wolverines when a Hindee's coming at you. No, you can't. But the effects of that election trickle down, trickle down, trickle down. What can you do? Go on offense. Quit being on defense. Go do things. Do you need a gate put up at your house? Do you need a fence put up? Can't put fences. I live in an area that I chose to live in that won't allow me to put fences up. I know. See, I just hate excuses. I hate excuses. I really do. Excuses are weak. People who make excuses are exposing weakness. My alarm system's going off. Don't make excuses. Where was I? Defense versus offense. Don't just deflect the bad things that are coming, whether that's starvation or no utilities and it's going to be, 10 degrees out tonight and done. So I'm doing this. How do you change that? How do you change that so you don't keep having that option? An example on the heat, because I was just thinking that's a pretty hard one. Well, if I don't have utilities, PJ, and all I'm doing is stacking firewood, that's defensive, fighting off the cold because I can't change winter. Right, but you could move to where it doesn't get so cold, or you could dig a basement, where it stays relatively warmer than a house. I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. I haven't scripted this out, gang. But I'm saying you have to take real action. Too many people, what is that? There's those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who stand around wondering, what the heck just happened? Which one of those do you want to be? You want to be the one who makes things happen. I tell you things over and over and over, just like I tell my kids things over and over and over, because they're important. You need people. I can't find anybody. Well, then go recruit people. Go train. Go change people's mindset and get them to join your team. Go evangelize people to the need to be together. Go do the things. Do the work. Get people. If you can't find people to join, you're going to have to draw people to you. And if you can't draw people to you, that's a good step to start considering, how do I do that? What do I change about me? How do I manage this thing so that I can get people together and we can talk about things and we can start forming a little tribe, crew, team, mag. Don't do defense. If all you do is stay on defense, you're probably going to lose. And so many people, and I think a lot of preppers, have a defensive mentality. I'm just going to wait it out. I'm just going to stack magazines and it'll be okay. Rarely is that happening, because the one attacking is the one setting the conditions. In the main, yes, we could have higher level discussion on this. In the main, they have the initiative. You want to seize the initiative. You want to make sure that you are dictating how things go. This is big. This goes deep. It's not just tactical problems. It's not just food problems. It's life. Did I say I hate excuses? I think I did. This is take 3. I hate excuses. You don't understand, Pastor Joe. My life is blah, blah, blah. You created your life. You took actions, or you failed to take actions, that put you where you are now. Whining and whinging about it is not helping you. What are you going to do about it? Take action to change the situation. I taught my kids from a very young age, very young, like 5. Bend the environment to your will. You're a human. Make the environment do what you want it to do. Your bubble. Influence your bubble. Control your bubble. Make stuff happen. Get aggressive, not passive. Instead of sitting back, eating Doritos and drinking a Pepsi and reading this and reading that and typing snarky comments here and very deep comments here, instead of doing that, do something. Do something. Proactive. Again, I think everybody should store food. I think you should. That's still defensive. You need to grow food, produce food, go get you food if you want to be a pirate. That's proactive. What are you doing about that? This applies to all areas of life, not just the ones I picked about. Think about these things. It's time for action. There's going to be a whole lot of people that are watching things happen, and a whole lot of people that are wondering what the heck happened. And those happenings are going to be facilitated by those who make things happen. That's what you want to be. Make it happen. I'll see you out there.